Hey, what's going on, guys? I am a little bit late here today, and again, just getting used to doing the going live thing. Just give you an idea. I'm doing a Facebook Live and I'm doing a YouTube Live at the same time here, so bear with me. Hope you guys are having a decent day today. I'm from Michigan, so we're having actually a really nice day. And let me shut this door here real quick. So we're going to talk a little bit about today about just a couple tunes that I'd like to show you to play just in light of the Irish holiday here. And again, these are tunes that are very simple to do. I want you to keep in mind that you can do them in any key, really. So when it comes to playing tunes, one key is just, you don't have to play in one key. I always tell people if vocally it's easier playing guitar, play in a different key. So, and then we're going to talk about some acronyms, that we can use to remember the names of the strings, whether it's on guitar or ukulele. So first off, let's do a few tunes here on the acoustic. Now, if you do any live shows or you want to make your life a little bit easier, I've got one of these tablets here. And I used to be totally against this whole thing. I used to say, musicians shouldn't use this, but I'll be honest, when you've got the tablet, you've got access to everything. So, if you've got a ton of songs and people make requests, or if you're just practicing and you lose, your notebook or whatever, you're always going to have a tablet that's going to keep everything together as far as your lyrics and chords. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now, I want to mention, if you go to onestarguitarlessons.com, there is a section right now that you can follow along to. Again, onestarguitarlessons.com, and the tab should say Irish songs with chords. And I'll have two songs there for you, and one of which is I'm Looking Over a Four-Leaf Clover, classic song. When I was a kid, my dad played accordion a lot, and I can't tell you how many times I heard that song, but it still brings me joy to hear songs like that. My wife will say, "Oh, those are old songs," but they never get old. Actually, they're really good songs, and they're great at parties and get-togethers. So, starting with I'm Looking Over a Four-Leaf Clover, I'm going to show you on the uke first. And again, these are basic chords to know, but it's a fun play-along song. Now, if you're looking to purchase something like what I've got here, I'll have something, if you're on YouTube, I'll have something in the description box to give you an idea where you can get a nice uke like this here. So the song starts out with a C. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I've overlooked before. That was C to D7, now to G7. One leaf is sunshine, C. The other is rain, A7, D7. Look at them roses, to G7. Blooming in the lane, back to C. No use explaining. The one remaining is somebody I adore. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I've overlooked before. Now, the great thing about this tune, again, it's very fast, very straightforward. If you want to just do a down, 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 if you chunk along that way throughout the whole tune, and you can improvise if you want as well, but that's something that I do when I'm playing the tune. So let me go through the chord changes one more time here, and then we'll show it to you on guitar. So it's C, D, 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 C to D7. I just noticed something. I'm actually not the pattern that I'm showing you right now actually is not the one I just said. So I'm just going down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. I'm not sure if I said that before. Too much coffee or green beer, I'm not sure. So we're again starting with C, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, to D7. G7 to C to A7, D7, and on G7 back to C. No use explaining. One remaining is D7. C to A7, G7, 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 C. Yeah, so basically a pretty simple tune there in the uke. I'll show it to you on guitar. Am I ever going to do a giveaway? Actually, I'm going to be doing a giveaway today, and actually it's going to be one of my ebooks that you can really benefit from, you know, if you're doing shows or anything like that. So the ebook that I'm giving away when we do this sort of like quick music trivia thing is how to either get gigs in a cover band or an original band, but it doesn't necessarily apply to just a person who's in a band. It could be just you playing out, you know. So let me grab my acoustic here real quick. So hopefully you guys are having a decent St. Patty's Day. Is anybody going anywhere? Is anybody doing anything for today? All right, so back to the C. Let me get this adjusted here. All right. New York. What's up, New York? Had a great time in New York last time I was there. Took that red bus all around the city. What a great way to see the city, huh? All right. So we're going to start with the C again. I'm looking over D7. I'm G7. One leaf of sunshine. And C second is A7, D7. Look at the roses, G7. Blooming in the lane, back to C. No need explaining. One remaining is sung by D7. I love F. I'm looking over C to A7, D7, G7, C. So that gives you another idea how you can play the tune on guitar. Again, a great standard, a fun tune to play. If you're doing any sort of show, you're at a little get-together. Anybody have some Irish in them? I know that I just found it a few years ago, thanks to a lot of these things online. My brother did a little research and found out even I have a little bit of Irish. So here's to the Irish. All right. So the other tune here is the Unicorn Song. And I mean, I remember being a kid hearing that tune, and it was catchy, it was infectious, and it always stuck with me. I don't know why. It's one of those songs that always stuck with me. So great tune, and a long time ago I had the Irish Rovers CD, and that's kind of how I was introduced to this song. So what we'll do is we'll show it to you on both instruments. Now, what I've done though is because on the uke I do it in a different key. On the guitar, I'm doing a different key. It's an easier key to play in on the guitar here. I'm going to show you. So we're just going to go from a D, G, A, back to D. Okay? Having a blast making your voice like corned beef. All right. Yeah, I got to get me some corned beef today for sure. It's funny because it's the only time of year I'll eat it, but it's always great. So here we go, starting with the D. A long time ago to G, when the earth was green. A was more kinds of animals than you'd ever see. D, you'd run around free while the G was born. The lovely other saw was a unicorn. So once again, that's D to G. A, nice basic chords, to D. D to G. D, A to D. And all the while I'm doing a simple down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. What you'll notice is in the majority of songs that you play or that you'll learn on guitar, and I learned this a long time ago, that down, down, up, down, up pattern is used a ton in a lot of different music. So when people ask me what's the strumming pattern, you have the ability to come up with things that you're more comfortable with. But the down, down, up, down, up is one of the most common patterns And the next time I do a live, I'll go into a little bit more detail about patterns that you can use, and that will make it easier for you to approach different tunes. So that was the verse part, and there's a lot of verses in the song, as you guys probably already know. The chorus part, there were green alligators along. Okay, so I'm sorry. Stay on the D. Green alligators and geese, a humpty-back camels and chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, sure as a boar. Lovely of us all was the unicorn. And once again, those three chords are used throughout the tune, and that's what really makes this a nice song. Okay, so going back to the chorus, D to A, and back to D, D to G, D to A to D. And once again, guys, if you go to my website, onestarguitarlessons.com, you will find, and hopefully it's up because I put it up this morning, some chord changes to both those tunes. So that was the Unicorn song on guitar. Great song. Now let's show T on the uke here. I'm going to do it in a different key. My little cheat sheet here. Again, if you guys have a tablet and the ability to put something on your tablets, just makes it so much easier. Okay, now where is it? All right, so in this tune here, what we're going to do is, this is the great thing about the uke, is when you play an F chord, it's so different from the acoustic or electric. It's actually a lot easier. So what we'll do is we'll go from an F to C7, C7, back to F, F to B flat, F, C7 to F. The other thing I want to mention too is that the B flat, even on the uke here, is actually easier to play than it would be maybe an electric for you. So yeah. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning on this St. Patty's Day with me. We're going to do a quick giveaway in a little bit here. But let's go over this tune here, the Unicorn song on the uke. We're just going to go from an F a long time ago to C7 when the earth was green. There were more kind of animals than you'd ever seen. F, you'd run around free in the earth, B flat, F, C7 to F. What you'll notice is a lot of times when I'm doing these tunes, I'm singing the words or the melody, trying to tell you the chords at the same time. So let me go through the chords and just sing the words with the melody so you get a better idea of how the changes actually happen. A long time ago, when the earth was green, there were more kind of animals than you'd ever seen. They run around free while the earth was born. The lovely of us all was the unicorn. Okay, so again, you've got F, you've got C7, B flat, and now you're into the chorus. Again, using the same three chords. Okay, starting with the F. There were green alligators along Lake C7, humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees. Back to F, some cats and rats and elephants. B flat, sure as you're born. F, lovely of us all, was the C7 to F. And again, what a great tune there. A lot of great memories. I actually had this song on record by the Irish Rovers. So a lot of great memories. So when you're remembering the names of, the names of the strings on the uke, remember that there's different acronyms that you could use. And then I went online just to kind of see what other people had said. So we've got G, C, E, and A. I saw Good Chefs Eat a lot. I saw Get Crazy Every Afternoon. And I thought an easy one to remember would be Good Cows Eat Apples. So good cows eat apples. Something easy to remember if you're going to remember the names of the strings. And if you're interested in playing uke and you don't actually have one yet, I'll have a link in the description box where you can find yours today. And there's 4 different types. In case you didn't know, there's 4 different types for those who don't know. There's soprano, concert, tenor, and then there's a baritone. The baritone is the only one that's different from the rest of them. As far as guitar goes, you've got E, A, D, G, B, and E. I've always liked the one Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. It's always the one that I've remembered for guitar. So just a simple way to remember that. Okay, and let's see here. All right. Well, listen, guys. Let's move on to the trivia part of this here. And again, those who get the most answers right are going to get a free ebook from me today. And let's see. Well, let's talk about the Unicorn song. Does anybody actually know who actually wrote that song, the Unicorn song? Who originally wrote it? We know that the Irish Rovers had done it and made a really big hit back in 1968. But does anybody actually know who wrote the song? And while you're thinking of that, or while you're deciding who wrote that song, the other thing I was going to say was, even I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover. Does anybody know how old that song is? I was kind of surprised. I've heard the song a million times. I've heard it by different artists. Didn't know how old that song actually was, but it's definitely a pretty old tune and been redone by a lot of people. So, first question: who wrote the Unicorn tune? Who originally wrote the Unicorn tune? Peggy Seeger. No, not for the Unicorn song. Who originally wrote it? And again, maybe I could be wrong. I know I this guy that I believe wrote it originally wrote poems and stuff. First name Shell. Let's see if you remember that. Let's see here. Looking over 4-leaf clover. Does anybody know how old that song actually is? And this should be an easy one. Give me 3 Irish artists. 3 Irish artists. There's quite a bit of them, but give me 3 that you actually know. And there's quite a few they still play on the radio. In fact, one of them is still pretty relevant today. Has been around for years. And just a quick hint: Sunday Bloody Sunday. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Great tunes. So 3 Irish music artists. And let's see here. So those are the few of the questions. Whoever gets the most right will do the giveaway. Let's see. This is kind of interesting because as you're looking up trivia even online, you learn things about the holiday. Does anybody know the best time to sneak up on a leprechaun? You ever heard of this? The best time to sneak up on a leprechaun. Remember, they're always on the go, right? Leprechauns are always on the go. And what color is the Irish flag? Maybe you guys already know that one. What color is the Irish flag? So good to know here. Any quick questions while I'm online here at the same time? And again, I'll be putting some more tunes online. I'm going to start adding more to the website. I've kind of neglected my website for a long time, mostly because I'm learning. There you go, orange, white, and green. Yeah. I've kind of neglected my website for a long time, and mostly because I'm not really a techie person, hence even going live with this here. So I'm still learning myself. The internet is always changing. The problem is it changes faster than me. So I'm always trying to catch up here. What I'd like to do, and just so you guys know for the future, because this is sort of an exciting thing to do this live thing and try to get to know some of my audience. Thanks for the answers again, Stephanie, there. What I'd like to do is start doing sort of like an interview with other music people that are doing either YouTube videos or that you like out there. Obviously, I'm not going to be getting a hold of anybody famous. Nobody's going to return my emails or phone calls. But is there somebody online that you like that plays guitar that maybe they'd be interested in doing an interview, and maybe I could get them on here on like a Sunday morning? I've tried to get a hold of Marty Schwartz. He's sort of like the big guy on YouTube that has been doing videos for years. He's really hard to get a hold of, but he's also hard to, I think, at this point, he's so big on YouTube. I think it'd be pretty tough to get him to do a little interview with me, because I really like to pick some people's brains here on YouTube and And to be honest with you, Marty Schwartz is one of the guys that I kind of got into this because of. So there's other guys out there that are doing videos just like me. Some of them are a little bit more detailed. I always tell people I try to keep it simple. And reason being is because me personally, when I'm watching videos online, I don't need to hear all the fluff and puff and all that stuff. Just keep it simple. Give me the chords. Give me the, give me the changes for the verse. Give me the chords, and I'm good. So with that being said, one more time with the trivia here. Let's see, Stephanie. Stephanie, where are you from, by the way? I see you're making some boarheads, corned beef. But where are you actually from? Just curious where people are from here. And let's see. No 3 Irish music artists. Nobody's dropped some names here. I'll even give you a hint. Thin Lizzy was one of them. One of my favorites, Van Morrison, which I should be doing some more Van Morrison stuff. He's always had a great catalog of music. Marty did an article for Taylor Guitar Magazine's World, Steel. Yeah, Marty's getting pretty big. He's even interviewing people on his own channel that are pretty well accomplished musicians. They tour, they write. So he's definitely doing a lot of stuff. It's interesting because the YouTube world, as big as it is, just like any other industry, a lot of times people, when you approach them, they're not always, easily accessible, even though they're on YouTube. But I want you guys to know, anytime you have a question or a request for a PDF, which I don't always get around to right away, I will get to a lot of those kind of things. But my schedule is kind of crazy right now. Seems like a nice person. Ask him. Oh, from New York. Okay. Yeah, I've actually asked him twice. The first time he seemed kind of receptive. He seemed kind of interested in what I had to say. And the second time I really didn't get an email back. I think I sent a third email actually too. And I just said, I just want to make sure you got the other email. But I hate bugging people after the second email. I won't usually bother them again. And again, Marty's at a different sort of platform than I am. I mean, he's been doing this a lot longer than I have, and his format for his lessons are a little bit different from mine. So, but much respect to him. He's a great guitar player, a great teacher. I pride myself on more of giving you the tune, the bare bones, as it is. And there's a lot of songs over the last, how long I've been doing this? 6-7 years? I'm not even sure now. I think 6-7 years. I've got over 2,000 videos. So if you guys are ever looking for tunes and you go to the playlist, a lot of times you'll find the categories are divided up, whether it's from eras or specific artists. So it's an easy way to find those people. So listen, I'm going to let you guys go here. Stephanie, you're out in New York. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to throw Stephanie. I'm going to throw you the ebook. It seems like you've been answering a lot of the questions here. Been pretty receptive. I'm going to have to look up that Peggy Seeger though. I'm not really sure about Peggy Seeger. I'll have to look that up. So listen, guys, have a great St. Patty's Day. Be careful out there. Watch for leprechauns and be safe. All right, guys. Ciao.